Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, councillors, citizens, residents, visitors, and welcome back to the main show from the streaming complex of Krayven on this. So glad I've got this down here now to actually look for the little reflection. I keep looking up at my clock still. Tuesday, doesn't tell me the day though, I have to think about that. Tuesday, the 11th of April 2023. How the devil are you? Well, I hope, and welcome back. So, where things were last at, a second attempt, best one yet, fantastically well, with the Kestral ship, got all the way to Sector 8. Learned a lot more from the drone phase from the final boss, before being slowly, carefully, and in a long-winded war of attrition, paint chip by paint chip, word by word off the hull, torn apart. We are back to the veritable square one, and after that particularly stinging defeat, needed a palate cleanser with some Elder Scrolls Online on Sunday, as it's the anniversary event, so daily quests are rewarding all kinds of stuff. I was half tempted to do some more of that because I got a little bit of the quick boring things out of the way earlier today during part of my working day, because I could just nip on and do it in a few minutes, and I was going to just jump into some PvP, but I was like, want to sort of tackle FTL. It's becoming the main game at the moment until it's beaten, so we're going to stick with some more of that tonight. And nice, or tonight or today, wherever it is, whatever time it is in the world where you are. So nice Tuesday evening. Might be low-key, might be intense, it might be everything in between. And good evening, Citizen Tutsaka. Let's go! Rebel flagship's going down! And then a perfect follow-up in terms of tone and delivery and everything, which is impressive even in text. Citizen C dying with press X for doubt. Also fair. Happy Tuesday to you, and happy Tuesday to anyone else chilling in Lurker Land. Enjoy the dulcet tones of my voice coming in your ears. So what's been going on in the last little while? Not so much preamble to do today. Firstly, because I had an indulgently long bit of warm-up time. Show starting soon screen, simply because I was still finishing eating and then had to just run around and collect a few things. So ample opportunity for people to find their seats, get their snacks, and go to the loo. Easter Monday, so today was the first. It was Easter Monday yesterday for everybody, of course, unless you don't celebrate it or you don't get a national holiday for it. We do over here, along with much of Europe. So I had a quiet one. In fact, my entire Easter weekend has been very nice and low-key and relatively easy, which has been extremely welcome. I needed it to just catch up on life and things and happenings. Obviously covered a lot of that in the intro to Sunday night's show, because we did a Friday night show as well, and then covered the weekend, what's been going on there. Yesterday was just... actually hit the gym again, gotten a bit lackadaisical with that last week, so I'm really playing catch up this week. But yesterday and today have been some solid trading sessions. I'm actually really happy I hit some good numbers and some good strength today, with the exception of one thing that was touch and go. Overdid it a little bit, but yeah, been the bulk's going okay. I'm trying to think, there's a particular number I hit pretty well today. What was today? Upper day was upper body pull, but it was all just generally solid. Impossible. After all, these Germans don't have any sense of humour. Nonsense. Taschenfire. Of course you do.
Guten Morgen, liebe Sorgen, seid ihr auch schon alle da? Habt ihr auch so gut geschlafen? Na, dann ist ja alles klar.
So I've got that for any of the Deutschies in said chat. Yourself, whenever Melissa pops up, and anyone else who I happen to find out is German. Honestly though, whether it's in the back streets or Meme Street Safe for Work or anywhere else, bollocks is it. That is so not Finnish. If that is actually fit, I know that is not Finnish. I briefly dated / was sex buddies with a Finnish girl, and they sound nothing like that. They mostly sound like yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Yeah, well, yesterday was mainly yeah, pottering around doing bits and pieces and getting prepped for today and trying to catch up on a bit more of life, as between doing this 3 nights a week, my current weekly schedule, the full-time job and everything else, I'm still struggling, even to be on top of things. That is finished, but not the end. Oh. Huh. Finnish, well, Scandinavian languages are more Germanic than I realised, because it opens with Guten Morgen, liebe Schlobe. The Guten Morgen sounds German, very German. I'm a bit embarrassed. Well, fair enough. Thank you for correcting me. I am embarrassed though, because as an English speaker, and well, I'm a bit rusty now, a Dutch speaker, I can usually tell German quite well. Not only that, but because I have those 2 languages, although I've never studied German a day in my life, I found that when I'd go across the border to Aachen, I could read a surprising number of individual words, because I was on the, oh come on brain, east side of Flanders, Hasselt, the Limburg region. There's a Limburg, Belgium, and Limburg, Netherlands, and Limburg, Germany. Now, the song was Jürgen von der Lippe's German song. Oh, so the words are German, but it's sung by a Finnish person? Alright, so I'm technically right. I have to admit, I can't really tell a Finnish accent with German words, if that's the case. My ear is not that well tuned, but okay, I feel better now. Jürgen von der Lippe's German song. Or is he doing, if Jürgen von der Lippe, who I don't know, yeah, he sang it, but is it one of these songs that it's just trying to sound German but doesn't actually make any sense in German? As I encountered recently an Italian song from like the 80s, and apparently there was this, I was reading the YouTube comments on it, because it sounds English, but what it means is it's not making a single word of sense. These aren't English words, but the guy, the comedian, the performer, has got the accent of English down to an absolute T, to a fine art. And I say that as an Englishman listening, going, if I was just hearing that in the background and it was too muffled to make out the words, I'd assume it was English, and I'd be listening, like trying to listen, like, what are they saying, thinking it was my own thing. But just to go on a little tangent about this, because it just reminded me of it. The point was, at this time when that parody Italian song was recorded, Italy was going through a big love of English songs in its popular culture, and they were getting all the airplay, and actual Italian music was getting a bit subdued. So this performer sort of recorded this gobbledygook song with just that sounded English, and if you're a non-native speaker, you could encounter this and think, oh, how do I learn English from this? Because they must be speaking English. They sound like they're speaking English. But you only realise it's not English if you actually speak the language. And it was really clever. It was really, I quite liked it. It's proper German, and unlike the fake English that Scooter still spits out. All right, so it is literally that. It's a Finnish person who wrote and sang the song. They're Finnish, so they're probably, to your ear, see you dying, they've got a Finnish accent singing German, which must be quite an uncommon thing to encounter. But it is German words. It's a German singing German. Right, have you just been fucking with me the entire time? The song was Jürgen von der Lippe's German song. It's proper German, unlike the fake English that Scooter still speaks out. So it's a German singing German. So this is Finnish, but the thing is, when Tutsanka said that that's Finnish, and with the kappa, I was like, he's fucking with me. But then you said this is Finnish, but not the end. Oh, okay, that didn't make any sense to me. Yeah, sorry, the phrase in reference to another German comedian. Okay, I have to admit, I'm not overly familiar with German comedians, because to my knowledge there's maybe 2. All right, so after all that, this is German. I knew my ear was good for it. Fuck. Making me doubt myself. I was like, that sounds German to me, and I lived across the border from Germany, and I speak 2 Germanic languages moderately fluently. Get fucked, Swedish. Get fucked. Very good. Very good. Yeah, not a great lot else to tell. Yesterday was a bit a bit ups and downs. I was supposed to catch up with the other half, but then something very unfortunate happened with her best friend's son. Thankfully, it's passed now and he's okay. But she was sort of instantly on be there for her best friend duty. So I was like, yeah, no, I totally understand. That's fine. Blah, blah, blah. I've already got the gym knocked out this morning, so she's in the gym right now, and I'm like, haha, enjoy exercising while it's really busy with people after work. I'm going to sit down and stream. So yes. A bunch of other things I still didn't get done. Bloody setting up my new phone. I've been putting that off. Stuff with the pension. Anyway, boring IRL things life-wise have been going. How are the two of you spending your Easter weekends if you were celebrating them? I did hope you have good ones. I think from here we can move into the gameplay, which will be the shortest preamble yet, but all things considered, it's still a solid, including the opening music, 23 minutes. So without milking it too much, let's get cracking. We'll just pause you on bits and bobs here and move OBS over to monitor number 2. Foolishly, normally I've got FTL running in the background, but sometimes I forget. And this evening was one of those times. Welcome to your stream, Krayven. Why, thank you, Inkyria. Thank you so much. And dude, again, my goodness, I want to talk with you because I want to actually literally send you some proper profile shots, because if you're plugging stuff into AI and doing avatars, by the way, there's no expectation for anything, but you're drawing so quick and you're doing these AI things. They were so cool with the fan art. And I've always been meaning to do like a more done up character. So, you know, like how any of my emotes look, which, well, I'll just, rather than using one of the triggers, hashtag triggered, but the way I've got like the character of the chibi anime me in the kind of sci-fi, well, it's meant to be sci-fi, little sort of hooded up cyberpunk style long golden leather jacket. I want to do something along those. I still doodle my stuff old school. Indeed, no, mad respect. I was actually going through before. Actually, I can do you one better. Hang on, because as I save all the fan art locally as well, so it never gets lost. So I am going to quickly, while that music is running in the background, but before we go to the gameplay, because FTL does a monitor capture, this gives me a great opportunity to show it. So Inkyria did these, taken my actual Twitch avatar, account avatar with the glowing eyes, which definitely going to keep one of those, in the style of Darkest Dungeon. There was oh, is that not, come on. There we go. Then it's got these awesome backgrounds that are very Darkest Dungeon as well, and this. And I saved them all and put them in your name. You'll see in the top there, Inkyria, such and such. This was one from Darkest Dungeon. I was trying to remember what it was. The Abomination, which was just draw. He's like literally got it. And then there's me with the old layout when we were streaming Darkest Dungeon in the pre-hiatus, the before time, long ago. That was like bashed out during a stream. It's just incredible. I remember this one as well for Cuphead, because Calamaria, it makes me feel fun times in my pants. And this, I always kept this. I love this with the Krayven Town flag, and then there's controller 2019 Twitch. It was so good. And then this, obviously, this absolutely bitchin' new one. Oh my, cringe. No cringe at all. The only, this one, Ace, I don't know who it was, but it was someone like did a proper like sarcastic satirical line art one. But I keep them all, but the overwhelming majority are your ones. But yes, absolutely fantastic. Right, we've got our ship names ready to go, and I know the one we're going to pick is Dead in the Water, so we'll take that off the top right there. And then over to FTL. I hope Drive don't crash. I spent last weekend playing Super Metroid and OG Legend of Zelda. Wow, nice. Did you happen to have the console, or are you having to emulate? If you're having to emulate, my sympathies, because emulating N64 stuff is a pain in the hole. I bought Bayonetta 3 recently, but retro games have been more entertaining. I understand. I totally do. No, Eastern. Oh, I'm in Western. Oh, as in you're in Western Germany, so you're dying. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you're nearish western. Well, Germany's big, so I think the bit of Germany that I was nearby was more northwestern, Aachen. No AI for me. I've seen others do it though. What was crazy for me was that Warhammer AI stuff. Like plugging those in, although obviously if you know what official Warhammer artwork looks like, it doesn't quite match, but it was just like incredible inspired stuff. I was really like, it's simultaneously really impressive and kind of terrifying. So on Switch with membership, oh, this is Super Metroid and OG. Oh, okay, like super backwards compatible. You get a good amount of retro stuff with it. They put Metroid Fusion quite recently, which is a baller game. Well, fair play to the Nintendo store, I guess. Okay, right then, new game. I am going to be quite straightforward, sticking with the Kestral, although we have a new layout, simply because the Burst Laser 2 and the Artemis is actually probably one of the best missile launchers in the game. Okay, the missiles are weak, but it costs 1 power and it charges fast and it has very good shield piercing. That's got to be, yep. Hello, Lord Darkens. Thank you very much for the 75 biddies. Well played indeed. And the Burst Laser 2 is good. There's one better Burst Laser that I'd love to see available one day. Really want the powerful guns this time. Darkens, thank you very much. And hello to you, mate. Complete 2 for layout B. Okay, what are the others? We've got full arsenal. So actually, I think that was the very first, the last run we did. The very last one that unfortunately failed again. It was the first time we had all systems. United Federation have 6 unique aliens on the Kestral cruiser simultaneously. That's something I've been really wanting to do. So that'd be Human, Zoltan, Rockman, Mantis, Slug, and NG. Yeah, so one of all 6 races. The Slug's going to be the hardest one to get there. And tough little ship. As the Kestral cruiser repair back to full health when it only has 1 hit point remaining. I have survived on a few jumps with only 1 hit point remaining, but never managed to get it all the way back to full from 1. Either one of those is likely to be next. Okie dokie. Right, well, as I said, already know what the name is. It's a great one. Except it's not even letting me copy it in. It was dead in the water. Okay, let's do it Yorkshire version. Dead into water. That'll fit. Okay, just to be... Yep, so we'll take dead in the water, and that has now been done. Honoured, as it were. It's a very good ship name. Very, very good ship name. I like it. Okay, and end of this year, it will probably nail copyright things, Warhammer, etc. It's still got issues with fingers. I hadn't even looked at that, but I'll keep another eye. Yeah, because, well, just like in real life, hands are one of the hardest things to draw. They're the test of an artist. You can see why it kind of makes sense that AI would have difficulty with some of those. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you see it for what it is with a hashtag, but that's about it. I see it all as like 80s movies or artwork for a plot. Yeah, I like the Arnie AI stuff, the Arnie 80s things meets Warhammer. I thought that was very cool. But it's seen amazing steps from Pro to Ultra Pro with AI art, just a couple of months of updates. Yeah, it's really hit its peak now. It's really hit its stride. And that's why gaming diapers are a market niche. Are they? Oh. And we got a hunt in the chat. Yep. Let's get the first one of the evening on. Hells yeah.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
You get a rock man, name him Dwayne. Gonna do it, because that's the perfect name for the rock. Right. Incuria, you've not had a name yet, and you by default are just going to be the first of our crew. Since I've been back, I've been trying to just name it people who come up in the chat. I think everyone else here has already had one once, so we will cycle back through in the beginning. Citizen Grasshopper, hello. Ink are my usual name now. Oh, we got a plated dust viper. You were just in time, Grasshopper. So toots and see you. Well, see you dying. You're back through again. This time you won't be an NG, you'll be a human. And at some point, I'm actually going to put myself here and Toots. Tootsacker. Oh, Totsacker. That's the toddler version. Okay. We don't have any other layouts available. Keeping it normal. Disabled. Advanced edition content. Right. The good ship dead into water. Let's hope she's not. Is on its merry way. We begin. Now we're going to move things along a little bit quicker. I've read this many times. Actually, no, I'll probably still read stuff anyway. But I'm going to see if we can get through in one run without rushing things. I think that'll be hard, actually. I think that'll be hard in one stream. We'll see how we do. We'll see how we do. If I got a rock man, I would name him Mega Man. Or Dwayne. I got Dwayne and Mega Man. But in Kyria works. Oh, sorry. Did you were saying? Okay, data you have a carrier is vital to the Federation fleet. You need supplies to the journey, etc., etc. It's okay, dude. We can rename them at any time. What did you? Ink. I can give you ink. Indeed. There we go. Ink. Pow. Done. I have a ship. Please don't vet me out. I'm allergic to no oxygen. Please don't abandon me on a burning ship. Human. Talk about downgrade. Yeah. Asexual autistic NG are where it's at. Let's see now. We're starting off in Nebula. Just people like it if letters don't allow in Kyria or... Oh, right. Okay. Well, right then. As there is space for it, I will do the best of both worlds because you are a tattoo artist. Ink. Area. Brilliant. I know. Genius. I can get rid of the dash if you want, but we can do the thank you. Yes, I do not have the Scandi wacky vowels on this particular keyboard. We can change it any time. Okay, let's look how connected this map is first. I'm thinking a few little nebula jumps to keep the fleet away so we can get lots of time in Sector 1 where things are nice and comparatively easy. Oh good, there is the ability to go between high and low. Potentially go around here. Can we get across to there and to there and to there and there and then boom, 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 round, down, and along. Oh, I like that. I like that as a route. So we're sort of going to do a sideways reverse S. Yes. Okay. Hopefully we won't be jumping straight into a pulse storm, plasma storm. We're not. Good. Yo, Citizen George. I was just thinking of you on Sunday, actually, dude. It's good to see you again. How you been? Refinish but not the end. Link the origin thereof in the back alleys. Thank you very much. Easy but still dangerous. Yes, relatively easy, Darkins. You're quite right. Relatively easy. This is still a challenging game. An advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. However, without functioning sensors, it's impossible to tell what is inside. Well, we're going to attack it. Oh, it's got a little beamy drone. We're going to save our missile, so we'll increase our dodge and activate our burst laser, as that's perfectly adequate for the time being. First things first, we'll deal with the drone because, that on its own would. Shield or gun? Actually, I think we'll go for the gun because this thing can't get through shields on its own. We'll go for the guns first. Be smart about this. Because yeah, then that thing can't do anything with shields, but that thing will shoot about 3. Oh no, only shoots 1. Okay, good. There goes the gun that can disable the shield. And it's down to red. So that was some good shooting. Who's our gunner? Who's our gunner? Right, Toots, you're the gunner. C9 is the engineer. And Inkyria, you're the captain. The pilot is the de facto captain, in my opinion. One bad missile hit is all it takes. True. Oh, for good reasons, I hope. Fairly exhausted. Been on set the last 3 days. Oh, nice. This was one of Total Biscuit's fake games. Old YouTuber. I remember Total Biscuit. It's very. He was one of the real sort of OG gamer people even before Twitch, didn't he? He unfortunately passed away of cancer. I mean, I'm not a big one who ever got. I'm too old and too not into it to have gotten into the sort of YouTube days before really the streaming platforms were a thing. But in the days of like Total Biscuit and PewDiePie coming up and that lot, I remember Total Biscuit. It was well regarded by the community in general, I think. just in case it's going to jump away. Let's deal with that. Hey, Citizen Sprouty, good to see you, my dear. Hey, how's the Progress crew doing tonight? Is a run on? I didn't check. Steam game reviews. God damn it, fucking bastard.
Ash said stabby, if we die we go down fighting.
We damn right do go down fighting. You salvage what you can from the broken ship, investigate the station. Oh, wow. 4 missiles this early on. You salvage everything possible. It's a storage site for various resources. Very nice too. Yeah, he's good. Oh no, for good reason. Beamy boy. Yeah, what have you been on set? Is this for your course, George, or it's just been for like full-time work? He made you buy Antichamber, Limbo, Rock of Ages, all very good games, especially Limbo. We're all going to die. I love the votes of confidence. Really sad seeing his final vids. I have to admit, yeah, I didn't watch myself, but well regarded. I think his wife did quite a touching tribute after the fact. That was it. Yeah, I remember reading in the guild Discord that while it's not focusing on trying to go for challenges right now, taking the progress team to do loot runs because everyone knows the veteran trials really well rather than it being veteran learning. Veteran Dreadsail Reef for a gear run, pretty hardcore. Thank you so much for the lurk. I understand. Feel free to tell the other 11 to drop it here as well, because all the best people in the guild lurk in the background, and all the absolutely despicable, unbearable scum don't. Not that I'm biased. Thank you, Simi, for the lurk. See, Simi gets it. He's just coming by dropping a lurk. Thank you so much. Helping out some friends with their short film. Oh, nice one. That does sound fun. I hope it's all going well. Oh, crap. Plasma Storm. Intruder's on board. Fucking rude. You find 2 heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some usable debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by shouts of a boarding party. Alright. And we can't even see where they're at, so, okay. There they are. We'll get the whole lot. They might be scattered around the ship. Oh, there's 4 of the bastards. Okay, that's going to start adding up quickly. Before things get too hectic. This is risky. If we can tempt them towards the hospital, otherwise they will... Oh, crud. Well, we don't need the shields right now, but we do need the hospital. A few more shots that will lose our first hull point. They'll probably damage it, but oh, just got away with it. Because we can't repair it until... Shit. Fucking leg it. Ooh, that was close. Alright, there goes that system. Where are they going to head next? Oh. Warning, shields critical, yeah. Okay, well, at least they're nearby us. We'll have to probably take another one on the chin, but some others are going to go die. They're missing out on your S tier tanking. Right? I know. You'll just have to make do with the borderline competence of Imperial and it's not Evo tonight, it's Dark Shadow, isn't it? Imperial and Dark Shadow. The fuck do they know? God. Sure, he'll go grind. Lurkers are the backbone of Twitch, as I always say. They are the mortar between the bricks. Less individually distinguishable, but they hold the whole thing up. Oh. Cutting it fine again. Run! There go our shields. Oh, okay, you want to fight us in the hospital? By all means. By all means fight us in the hospital, but... Okay. Everyone can patch back up. Well fought. We repelled the intruders. Unfortunately, it was happy we only lost 2 hull points there. Shields and guns. And we got some free stuff. Those invaders are skilled. They very much are. It's fun. Also fairly exhausting. On Sunday, got home at 9 PM, passed straight out into bed. Good job of getting to bed that early. If I'm knackered after a day, unfortunately, my brain often keeps me up until stupid o'clock. It's so nice of you to be hospitable to my guests. I was more hospital to my guests, to be honest, in that I spent a lot of time in it. Let's get our guns, our engines back online. Okay, Toots was our gunner. Was it? Yeah, and Kyria was the pilot. And either one of them started leveling up it. Oh, yeah, okay, and then you are our engineer. Oh, I actually saved these positions. What was it? / Right. Station saved. These are now your stations. Okay, well, that could have gone worse. Definitely could have gone worse. I'm the MLG FPS guy. Oh, God. It was a 7 AM call time, so a 14-hour day. That is a substantial day. Oh, really? Really? 2 intruders in a row. This is irritating. See a number of derelict ships near this beacon. After a short time, he heard a telltale sounds of a teleporter and shouts coming from within the ship. Where? Oh, okay, well, they're going towards the sensors. We can't really use them in a nebula right now, and that means there's only 2 of them. We'll have someone ready to sort of tag in right away. Okay. You go there, and you go there. Swap in, swap out. Keep this on rotation, and then hopefully we won't have anyone getting into too much trouble. Who's there right now? See you dying, and Kyria tag back in, like wrestling almost. There goes one. Oh, cool. They're attacking the one with more health, and then the one with less health can shoot them down. Job's a good one. Job's a good one. To be fair, that was a very, very annoying jump point because we didn't even get anything from it. It's just like, hey, your crew might die if you don't handle this right. That is a long day. In fact, that's a bloody long day. My Thursdays are my longest day, which is because I have my commute to London and back plus a full hour in the office, a full day in the office. I do enjoy it though. I drew the shortest stick in the hand, so alas, Captain, I had to be. Damn intruder kids, get off my lawn! Get off my ship! Yeah, get off my nebula lawn. Excuse me, I got a sneeze. I thought I'd lost it for a second there, and there's like few worse minor irritations in the world. There's few worse than losing a sneeze. Okay. Grass pollen, metal lord. It might be because I'm wearing my hobo gloves. I said hobo gloves this evening. It's like they're keeping me nice and cozy. Sorry, I throw punches like a wet fart. What really toxic and possibly the risk of following up with a bit of shit. Actually sounds like a pretty dangerous attack, to be honest. Yeah, you gotta have the kind of slightly metal nerd gloves. Okay. I'm just watching your fuel supplies. Ooh. Well, we don't have a drone system yet, and that is a very good deal for 6 fuel. And I was just looking at the fuel coming down. It's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal. Sure. It's going to be a little while before we can afford a drone system. 2 parts is, okay, it's fine. And there we are. Look at that, perfect timing. We've got 5 jumps done, and the fleet is only just encroaching now. It's actually a good use of a nebula. Right, round the top, and let's stay 1 step ahead. 1 jump, or 2 or 3. Hey, a fight. A fight. It's some Zoltan, an especially well-armed pirate ship. Yes, with 1 shield, some Zoltan tech, no drones, no teleporters. Let's see what guns they've got. That's either the basic laser, just a normal 1-shot laser, but that looks like a missile doodad as well, which is more of a problem. A well-armed pirate ship approaches you, hand over one of your crew members, and the rest can go free unharmed. Right, it's the classic. Oh, how about no? So,
How about no?
Get wrecked. Now then. The missile thing's a problem. So methinks both guns and oh, hang on. No point with the rockets. We've got to bust through the Zoltan tech. We're just gonna have to eat some missile, unfortunately. Unless we dodge it. Nope. Okay. Oh, that is a more powerful gun than I expected. Okay. Perhaps the reason I didn't is that Zoltan shield is the only thing that can just actually stop any and all projectiles unless you're playing the advanced game and it's got the ability to bypass even Zoltan shields, which is very solid. Right. Ah, damn it. It took out the laser but didn't take out the missile thing. No borders are an issue for the time being. Let's focus the burst. No, we'll keep it on that. I think we'll put the Artemis on the shields for the time being. First town square gloves. As keep it aiming for empty rooms, that's fine. As it's called here in lack of good translation. Really? Town square gloves. I like it. Had Lincoln Park print on them. Now I use them as regular black ones. But hey, emo for a week, rocker for the rest of my life. Oh, another free crew member. Yes, this is why I always like this encounter. Yeah, we'll take a free crew member. Thanks very much. Turn that off. Okay, Maxwell, what do you do? Sprout, you had one recently. I think everyone here's had one recently, so we'll go back through. Ah, you know what? You know what? I haven't had one yet. I just realised. So I'm going to pull rank here. I actually haven't had one, but because I'm nice, I'm not going to immediately make myself the captain. So as a boring human, I'm going to go and be a shield dude. Yeah. Right, Captain Interior, you can stay. I'll allow you to remain in charge. In before Krayven dies immediately. I like the idea that it translated from Swedish, but not fully, that these are called town square gloves. Because that obviously goes with Craven's Town rather well. I keep forgetting the Y. That's okay. That's how it used to be spelled. So you haven't so much forgotten, you're just using the OG version. Okay, so shields, let's save those stations. Good, we've got the 4 primary systems powered now. Our hull is looking a little bit battered and dented, so let's jump on forward and see what we can see. Ah, crapping hell. An automated rebel ship impervious to the heat moves to engage. Right. Random fires are about to jump out. Goodness me! Oh, that's so kind. Thank you so much. He's firing at one of us. Still firing at one of us. He's saying everybody oh, and Carrier is now a citizen.
Darkens1000 gave a sub.
Thank you, Lord Darkens, for gifting a visa and restoring Inkyria's citizenship, which I believe overall makes it... let's find out. Let's find out. That's your 12th month. That has just accrued you, Inkyria, your red flag. Your red flag. The only place where red flag is a good thing is this particular channel on this particular platform. And so enjoy your returning emotes, your ability to enter the monthly giveaways, which as soon as I can find a bloody time, including my crazy brain actually letting me not get distracted from it, to set up the ways I want to do chits, the ability to bet more of the chip points on them. Competitions will be there. Your improved lodgings in the town. My undying appreciation and gratitude, and of course Lord Darken's 91 gifts. They keep on coming, and I'm thank you sincerely, as always will be grateful, always am grateful. It's very, very nice of you indeed. From knight to sir, absolutely. So I got the various flags precarious edge of the desk because I only have so much real estate here. Fun fact, watching Krayven is a red flag. That's true. It means you've got to start asking some serious questions about your general, I don't know, decency, sexual proclivities, all kinds. It's actually my ick. Mine too. Watching myself, I'm like, ew, why? I'm sad for you. Thanks kindly, folks. Thanks kindly. I only need the Artisan's Alien fan art. True. Thanks. Do the wave. Humanity. Thanks for the sub. Indeed. Thank you very much, Darkens. And a very deserving recipient as well. Oh, mother of all the places to have cloaking. Right where random fires burst out at any particular time, at least we're in the standard layout of the Kestral, which has got many doors to outer space. Oh, we got a hunt. I'll do that before unpausing. Punt in the chat if you feel so inclined to get yourself some more chits towards the monthly competition. I can't even power up. Wait for it. Incoming danger. Dick, they've got missiles as well, right? The first things we've got to do, and an ion beam, missiles and an ion beam. Okay, that is not great. We'll punch through the shields if we can. Hopefully this will charge up before they're cloaking. Oh, the rocket missed. Good steering, and there go our shields. Actually, it doesn't really matter. Oh no, the shields we kind of want those for okay, there goes the cloaking. I'll turn that off. Aim for the guns. To be honest, the missiles and ion is irrelevant because missiles bypass shields, so it doesn't matter they're disabled, but we don't want the shields disabled because they offer some protection against the solar flare. One of them is about to pop up imminently. Yep, there it is. Solar flare imminent. Right, that's a lot of fire. That is a lot of fire. That one we can vent into outer space. That ship is gone. I don't want to jump away. Okay, we got some useful material. We'll put those ones out quickly and let the vacuum of space do the other one for us. Quick as you like without burning to death. Thank you ever so much. Close those doors. Oh, we can... If the two of you could kindly go there. I'll move them across there now. To get patched up. And then return to your stations. Jump at the last possible second. Just right. That'll be right about now. Oh, we got 60 scrap and a store. So that's good timing. That's got good timing. Oh wow. Stone Crusher Phoenix, and we beat it. And we beat it. Nice one, everybody. Good job. Good job. Yeah, failed start because there's still a 0 second on the cooldown timer. Damn, man, you were that close. You don't need no stinking patches or what it badges. I got both. Hell yeah. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travelers. You send down a way party to check it out. Cool. Oh. That's cheaper than I remember. Oh no, its cloaking is 150. That's a pity. 75 to get that nice and early. Oh, it comes with a free system repair drone. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not nothing. They're not that great. I prefer the version that comes with a free combat drone. What else have they got? Ooh. Ooh. Burst laser, but to get an ion weapon early, it requires missiles. The ultimate one to get, the one I really want, is the Ion Blast 2. And those of you who don't know, that's the weapon that the NG ship, the NG layout A, the standard NG layout, begins with Ion Blast 2 with the crazy fast charge time. It can just chew through shields, as opposed to the heavy ion, which seems like it's better. God! Fuck.
Have to go work now. We'll try to hope back on later. Hope the run goes well.
Thank you. Thank you so much to the 75 biddies, mate, and everything else. Have a good remainder of your shift. And yes, hopefully we'll catch you again before we head off. Take care. Take care. Thank you for any lurking. That does do a lot of ion damage. Also, the problem with the bombs is you can't... I don't know if you can target them. Teleports past shields and defense drones to land directly on the ship. They cost 1 missile to launch. They never damage the hull, but can be effective at disrupting crews and systems. Burst laser 1. Meh. We've literally got the better version of that already. No augments. That is the only one that's half tempting and that we can afford. Anti-personnel drone. We don't have a drone system. We can't afford a drone system. We've got really nothing to sell. I think we'll just have to patch up. Won't take drone parts because they're expensive. I think for the time being we're okay for fuel. I'll hang on to the scrap. Might buy an extra power bar because then we can power our weapons, all our weapons, and have an extra engine. I'm thinking to try and hold on to our cash a little bit better. We'll go... Yeah, I think we can get away with going here then across for a little bit longer because we don't need too much in these early sectors. I'm trying to learn how to play a bit better. To my knowledge, no, in Kyria. I mean, I know there's this game has been out for like 11 years, so I know that there's mods and all kinds of things. I think this would be a very easy game to mod, so you could play as from a different perspective. There's advanced mode, which has got like hacking and all kinds of clever stuff. Apparently, having done a little bit of recceing of maybe how to improve how I play a little bit, I finally bit the bullet after last Friday's near miss. The game's easy to beat on advanced mode once you get used to it because you have more options. But right, there's an empty sector. Dear, that won't do. Be cool if you could though. Oh really? Another solar flare place? Oh god, against another bloody Zoltan? The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here or die. A pirate apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun moves in to engage. Of course they do, right. Not going to waste lasers against Zoltan's shields. Missiles, I should say. Actually... You know what, maybe it's not the worst idea to just try and blast through them quicker. Because that thing's got a heavy laser and a missile, and each missile it hits is guaranteed gonna... Alright, well there goes good. There goes the... Shit. Well, good job I kept that active. Oh, really? It had to miss. It had to miss. Oh, good. Oh, great. Our guns are half down, our shields are half down, and the corridors are on fire. We don't need to open that one. Thankfully, it landed in quite reasonable places to deal with. Let's turn that back on, shall we? And aim for... Okay. You're still putting out that. The guns will fire a bit less quickly, but let's go and... let's close those and deal with... Oh, no, that fire's not out. Never mind. I thought it was. You go repair the sensors. Okay, their guns are down. Fully. We just got to take them to pieces now. That is not ideal. Okay, it sounds like the fires have actually stopped. And then we'll put that back on the guns because the rest of it is largely irrelevant. You know what? Our shields are back up. We should be charging the FTL drive. So you go and repair that. So our charging, because we want to be able to jump out of here before another flare, which we won't manage to in time. Oh, God almighty. Everyone needs to sort of... That needs repairing. Let's find out where there's... Okay, there's that. Is there any other fires anywhere else? Okay, good. I think everyone except for Sia Diane needs to go and get treated at the burn ward. Oof, wow, that encounter, that early on, that Zoltan shields, because you don't have as much power to blast through them. They're a very good early augment. That was getting a bit squeaky bum time. Oh, did we make it? Did we make it before the fire went off? I'm not sure. A missile shoots across your bow when a jump completes your scans. Quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. Damn it, we weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. That is a piss weak profit. Try to be the hero. Attack the pirate. They could be actually doing something quite reasonable, but man, fuck it. Attack the pirate. This pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks its weapons onto your ship. Thankfully, no more fires. Alright, they've got Oh, another bloody missile launcher, and they've got a better burst laser than us. I think. No, they've got the same burst laser that we do. Right. Aim at the guns. Aim at the shields. Let's hope we get lucky on the dodging and whatnot. Oh, dearie me. Miss. Fuck. I think we should buy an additional shield level just as a sort of damage buffer. Fine, our previous offer was not generous enough. Ooh, 8 missiles is quite good. I'm curious who they were pursuing. And you know what? You actually took my health into the yellow, so get screwed. Let's keep that focused on here. Right, our oxygen is taking an absolute pummeling. Okay, good. That's the last of their... they're not going to recover their guns in time. You can perhaps go and fix up the oxygen before we all suffocate. Oh, risky. Okay, good. Oh, that's one missile back. Come on, quick as you like. Quick as you like before it shoots again. Oh, that was getting a bit clutch. That was getting a bit clutch. You go to examine the ship you just saved. Thank you for the aid. I'm an arms dealer. Oh yeah, this guy who's actually a dick, and I'm like, why do you get a free store out of it? I usually only work with the rebels, but considering circumstances, I'll make an exception. Oh, he's got all the systems, and he's got some good. Hey, Yazov. I was passing by. I thought I might way of saying hello. Well, hello then. Good luck with the run. Thank you very much indeed. Good to see you. Thank you for any lurking, or if you're here even for just a few minutes. Appreciate it. I needed a palate cleanser on Sunday after Friday's run. Got to phase 2 of the final boss again. Really survived a long time, but just didn't have the right setup to break through. So this time, hopefully we'll be okay. 56 FTL recharge boosters, nice. Weapon pre-igniter, probably actually really good for that kind of cost. Weapons immediately available after an FTL jump. I like the one that gives you just the overall 10% boost. The advanced navigation, jump to any previously visited beacon. Either that or a crew member, but we can get additional crew members later on. We might have to get rid of some humans because you can only have a maximum of 8, and I want to have all the 6 different species, which means we can only get away with 3 humans. 4th human is redundant. My character's redundant. I'm actually going to take the advanced FTL navigation for time being, and we'll get back in the green. We'll get back in the green on Hull. Okay, everyone's where they're at. Just going to let the oxygen restore for a second. Well, for a second, it's very... It's standard at the moment, so it takes a few more seconds to restore. I'll just mute this while I shake this up, otherwise it sounds horrible down the microphone. A bit of both, Grasshopper, a bit of both. I've come close to having all crew members before, but I've never had a Slug crew member. I think I've had every other species on a ship. But also, yeah, as the last run, I finally got the full Arsenal achievement. That means getting one other will get us an alternative Kestral layout, and I'm curious to see what one of those are. Oh, thank you. I jumped the gun a little bit there with the fluids, but cheers. Natural chocolate. I used to always drink chocolate smooth, and then I was like, they were out of that one time at the normal one I go to. So I bought the natural chocolate one, and it's so much nicer. And chocolate smooth is decent enough, but natural chocolate flavour is, it's lush. And that's just with water. I'll have to do some editing. Godspeed, Captain. Thank you very much, George. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. No swearing for 10 minutes. Right, it is 8:07 and 10 seconds. So until 8:17 and 10 seconds. This is a wholesome Christian Minecraft stream in terms of a language. Oh. Got that FTL. I've got that advanced navigation. But, so I can go anywhere I want, but the rebels all control half of it. Bugger. So 1, 2, back here. 3. So hang on from here. 1, 2, 3. 3 jumps, and then it'll be on the 4th jump. It'll be on the exit. So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's frustrating. Distress is usually a double reward. We'll have to skip the distress, otherwise we'll get shot shitless by the fleet. You arrive at the next beacon only to be immediately hailed by a small shuttle. Help! Help! I'm being oppressed! We're being attacked by pirates! Let's have aid the civilian ship. Well, at least there isn't solar flares this time. If these fuckwits got a missile, they haven't. Alright, they've just got a burst laser, what looks like burst laser 1 and a beam weapon. This isn't a big deal. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Rip, imagine swearing before I actually leave. I just said it, didn't I? I don't even think. That's why I put that redemption in, because I knew it would come in a cropper. What did I say? Was it FW? Did I drop an FW? Right, I've got to wear the Guinness hat of twice in quick succession. Okay. Well, I've got to wear this for the remainder of redemption at the very least, and probably some time afterwards. Right, I'll keep this on until 8:20. Okay? 8:20 my time. I have to wear the Guinness dunce hat of I can't keep the blue out my mouth. Thank you. Yes, this is my current forfeit. I do need to get round one of these weeks or months to expanding on it for breaking the no swearing rule, which I did very quickly in this particular instance. I'm normally a bit better at it than that, but other times I screw it up royally. Okay, we can just aim for the shields. I have to admit, I'm really missing having a... Thankfully, I saw that coming. I just happened to look over. Psych. Hi, I'm back. Psych, it's me.
I'm back. Psych, it's me. OP.
Thank you very much for the 75 biddies. Thank goodness I actually caught that one in good time. I caught that one. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. I'm afraid I literally saw it forming, the alert forming on my screen right as I looked over that way. Hey, Citizen Nuke. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Let's Hey, there's old me on the controls there. Keeping a good eye on everything. Although I need a plaster for my boo boo. It's stinging a bit. Everyone else is healthy and I'm like, ouchie. Right, well, firstly, what did it drop? Not bad. And more stuff. Apparently, the ship that was being assaulted was a small science vessel. Oh, to be honest, normally when you get a small science vessel, they have this and then an augment or a reward as well. For this particular encounter, that's actually nothing too special, which is, excuse me, unfortunate. Still, better than nothing. Your boobies are fine. I'm glad that they are fine. And how are you this fine Tuesday, Nuke? And yourself, Zoltan, and everyone else. I think we will buy a buffer level. Because if the shields get damaged, they've got one level they can be damaged before the first one is taken offline. So we'll just have that. And that's me all patched up and back to full health. Another store around there. Oh, I really want to go and... Oh, that's a pity. That one's about to get lapped. Now that we've got this advanced navigation thing. So yeah, next one's going to take them to there. So they're 1, 2, 2 more jumps away. Right, we can get away with this bit. We can get away with this bit. Saw it coming again. Saw it coming.
Itty bitty gifty committee.
Thank you very much indeed for the itty, not so itty bitty. 75 bits is perfectly substantial. Gifty committee, and I'm glad. I promise you, I'm not doing this deliberately. I just happen to have been just quickly making sure I don't miss the immediate chat here, because I've got, unfortunately, with the way I have my mic at the moment, it actually obscures my portrait monitor. I want to get one that's more mounted on the desk, and so it's over the keyboard, but with a tough coaxial cable, so when I inevitably knock it with my hands, it doesn't fall out. Like the piss sweet cable on this one that's just off camera, like the tiniest little flick, and it's like it ruins. I have to restart the PC for it to come back. Thank you for the biddies. Thank you. A Mantis military scout. Oh wow, that's a Mantis ship without a teleporter. That's uncommon, but the buggers have got a... Oh, it's 8:25. I've got to wear this hat until... I mean, the timing on the actual no swearing still isn't up yet. It's still got 4 more minutes on it. Add some more to the clock. They have no time to waste with warnings and appear to wish to fight, having just finished a salvage op on a nearby wreck. Okay. Alrighty. Methinks let's take those guns out fully as best we can. I feel restrained, constrained by not being able to say anything. Alright, 1 hit's not the end. Okay, good. That's that dealt with. We can focus on the shields. I think we can take the missiles offline for the time being, just to save them. The Artemis is so useful for the fact it only costs 1 power. Okay. Oh, crud. That's fine. Can we crush them before... Damn. Really? Literally, as it was exploding, it got 1 more missile off that did more damage and started fires. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Outrageous. Oh well. A defense drone... Just a defense drone 1 wouldn't have to be a version 2, because I'm not so fussed about shooting down energy weapons, to be honest. If we can get one of those ion reflector augments, it'd be nice. Then we'd have to worry so much about shooting down ion weaponry and use our shields to stop heavy lasers. Okay. Time that about as clutch as it gets. We better head to the exit, because it is a gnat's whisker away from the fleet actually overtaking it. Sell drone parts for scrap. No, this is just one of those, as we've encountered many times before, here's a way to sell your materials that you can't normally do, so we'll ignore that. Thank you very much. Sector 2. Let's actually look at the routes that we have available. That is relatively nebula heavy beginning. Top side is looking more favourable. So we can go 2 nebulas are hostile, nebula green hostile, nebula friendly, hostile friendly, or hostile friendly, either way. And then down the middle, really, with 2, so we've got a minimum of 3 red, but it's a good amount of variation. Anyway, we're definitely going to take the northern sector route with the 2 friendly options, but a nebula sector, never fun. Might be a slug one though, although I think the slug and nebula ones always occur later down the map, if there's a nebula shrouding the slug homeworld. Thanks to the high nebula density of this sector, very little of it has been charted, and rumours of what lurks in the depths abound. Now, because nebulas slow the fleet down so much, this might be where our FTL augment, the advanced FTL navigation, might come into its own. We can, provided we don't get horrible RNG and things don't go too terribly, we could really explore this fully, and there's a hunt underway. Absolutely, let's do it. as the immortal Rick Mail said, let's do it.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Okay. Choices. So we want to use the nebula areas as much as possible. What's connected? Okay, those three aren't connected to anywhere. But it doesn't matter. It matters far less what's connected to where, because we can jump to any previously visited beacon. So let's start making the most of that, shall we, folks? Our plasma storm. That's not ideal. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you as you arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. And they have a defense drone. They've only got one heavy laser, which means our shields will pretty much stop that every time if that is their only armament. One shield up. We'd have to fully disable our dodging to keep up. We're gonna have to do that. Fully disable our dodging to no point firing a single missile and just get shot down by that thing every time. So we'll try and punch through their shields. But they've only got the one armament. That's either a heavy laser or a double. If it's a double, this is gonna hurt. If it's a single, yeah, if it's a single, we're fine. In fact, they actually literally cannot hurt us. So we can sit here and sit pretty. K Majesty, hello, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hey, nice one. Decent split of profit. Okay. That's fine. Let's take the gun offline because the drone is literally doing nothing. Okay, this is going to be the easiest fight in history. This could have been a lot nastier. And let's aim for their engines in case they decide to power up and start trying to run away. Oh, and then shields after that. Oh, never mind. Okay, that went well. Oh, good amount of stuff as well. Some decent fuel, drone parts, and scrap. Probably want to turn the engines back on at this point. A distress beacon. Yep, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, baby, a triple. How are you this fine Tuesday, Kay? Well, I do hope. The stress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire and the repair crew can't approach it without being fired on. Oh, no. Normally, this goes well if you have an NG crew member or an ion weapon. We've had the opportunity for both. I could have afforded the ion blast and I could have afforded the NG crew in earlier stores. Fire on the defense system for a but you still get a reward. You fire a few volleys from a distance to clear the defense system with no match your weapons. However, the station doesn't seem happy with your solution. You salvage what you can and jump before there's trouble. It's still a reward. It's still a reward. Let's be honest. But yes, that is that could have gone a lot better. There's vastly better options. In actual fact, it's 3. If you have cloaking, you get a 3rd option out of it. But I think the NG remote repair one is the one that always gives you the best reward. I just had a roast dinner with enough gravy to drown all 12 disciples. Oh, I've not heard that expression. It's excellent, and that also sounds totes delicious. Oh, just got to be. Oh, we can jump back to here if we need be. Let's go over here. Make the most of the nebula, slowing them down. I spent the entire bank holiday relaxing. Very unlike me. So I do like me. You keep your day quite organised and quite full. How are you all? I am doing well, thank you. It's been getting back to the swing of things at work. You half expect to be ambushed at any moment. However, no attack comes. Okay. It went okay. Hit the gym again today. Done 2 in a row. Oh, what's special about you? Automated. I bet this one tries to run away right away. They've got an ion weapon and a heavy laser. Yeah. Figured they would. Turn that back on. Engines and burst laser here. Actually, we'll go for them both, because if they don't ion the shields, we'll be okay. They probably will ion the shields though. Oh, it doesn't matter. They totally missed. And okay, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And let's take out those guns. What have I been up to? Mainly, I had a pretty relaxing, I say relaxing, I kept my schedule comparatively free socially for all of the Easter break. Saw my mum on Sunday. Yesterday was just trying to get a few more useful things done. I did manage overall to get a lot of things done over the weekend, and then a bunch more I didn't manage to get done. So there we are. I think it broke even overall, but I mainly used it to catch up on life a little bit. Okay, we can jump back to that one anyway. So we'll go up here. I really wanted to use this advanced FTL thing. Oh, another useless jump. Brilliant. This one's going to be a bit riskier. I know we've been here before. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, just on the edge of the fleet. Just on the edge of the fleet. Go on then. Go on then. Let's play it fast and loose. A rock armored transport nearby looks to have lost its bearings. When you hail, they grow suspicious. Whatever life form you are, we find you repugnant. We seek no aid. Leave now. Repugnant? Arm the weapons. What have they got? A heavy laser and the same as us, burst laser too. Okay. Med bay. We might want to turn the med bay off and turn the oxygen on. Engine off. Heavy burst laser on. And yeah, this might have been a risk actually. You know what, I'll turn the oxygen off temporarily and just try and slow down their firepower, because if we can disable their burst laser, the heavy laser on its own is fine against our one shield. Really great that that missed. Awesome, but at least all their shields are down. Oxygen back on. Okay, couple of hits. Hull just fell below 50%. Right, all about the guns. Ah, beautiful. That's what we needed. Back on the shields, back on the shields. They've obviously got quite a minimum amount of crew. I think 2 at the top at the most. Oh! There's fire. That won't do. It's probably in that room as well. Yeah, you know what? You two go into this one, and let's vent the rest of that. We'll deal with these Muppets. Okay, how bad is that fire situation now? Quite bad. Let's close the door to terrible things out there and get some more oxygen before we lose a hull point to just fire damage. Okay, good. Into the hospital. Wow, toots and see you dying. Ray nearly bit the bullet there. We nearly saw him dying. Oh yeah, we don't have any power for the. Whoops. Let's actually get our engine back on thing and get our med bay in place. I really do not like plasma storms. I really don't. They suck. Oh, my incredibly witty banter. Well, one tries. Okay, let's get all those doors closed and get the out of here. Can we get away with that one? Probably. That might be cutting it a little fine. It looks like it's 50%. It's more than 50% over the marker. I'm not going to try. Oh, Krayven's abusing me again, with emphasis on try. Yes, indeed. Can do aught but try. Store would be nice. Oh, a black market weapons trader spins your tale of the danger of the nebula before pushing his wares. Purchase an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. 45 is about as cheap as weapons get, so this is probably a better than average deal. So let's go for it. All right. Heavy laser Mark 1. Not great. Not bad. I think for 45, that might cost 55 from a store, so maybe that was 10 cheaper. Only costs 1 power though, so there is that. It's not a bad starting weapon. Also does not require too much of an upgrade to get our hands on it. If gonna try and use this nav system better. Oh, the rebel fleet was prepared for the nebula in this sector. Oh, I didn't. I'm just learning this. I was thinking, why is this distance so substantial, so much bigger? It seems that the nebulas in non-nebula sectors slow the fleet down much more, but an actual nebula, a whole nebula sector, a purple one, makes no difference. It's just an additional challenge. All right. Well, I did not know that. That's annoying. Lesson learned, I suppose. A Mantis attack ship ducking between the clouds of swirling space stuff is hunting you. You try to get the jump and move into attack. Okay, a heavy laser and a bomb thingy. Our shields will mostly protect us against this. Don't need the Artemis. In fact, the two of these can play together quite nicely. We'll try and heavy laser their teleporter. Should work. Let's max out our engines as well. See what we've got. Intruders where? Okay. Shields are more important right now. Let's get the two of them because Mantis do hit pretty hard. He's out of there. Oh no, he didn't escape in time. Didn't escape in time. Go patch yourself up in case something unfortunate lands. Right, they can't teleport any further. Heavy laser back on the shield. Burst laser start focusing the guns. Whoa, bollocks, too. Okay, that heavy laser got wasted. Got to remember, the heavy laser's only effective if the shields are out the way. It is not the best. Better call the ambulance. Tell me about it. Plasma storm 2 years ago around Xmas. Red toilet visit as food poisoning. Okay. Do need some hull repairs. I'm playing it a bit fast. Ah, there's some. Playing it a bit fast and loose with the... Ah, do you know what we could do? Oh no, I won't be quick enough. It's so annoying this is a nebula sector, not a nebula part of a smaller sector. Because I'm trying to think how I can use my advanced FTL navigation now that I've got it and jump to any previously visited place. Because I can be like there, here, and then jump back to there to get to the store. But that's 1, 2... Hang on. 1, 2 to be within the warning zone. 1, 2. Ah, yes, and then 3 to get all the way back. Ah, fiddlesticks. I can't do anything particularly clever with that. Alright, let's just see what the store's got. Fuel situation starting to get a bit risque. Councillor Lila, good evening to you, and thank you so much. Some of you may have noticed today our dear councillor Lila did a double server boost along with mine. That's got us to 4 out of 7. We're over halfway to a level 2 server, and added to my ever-growing list of things I barely managed to catch up on, expanding that, taking advantage of that with additional emotes. Is high on my list of things to do. Thank you very, very kindly for doing that. It's really, 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 really appreciated. An NG cargo vessel hails. Purpose proposed mutually beneficial exchange of properties. Oh, Slug crew member for 45. Remo, the telepathic slugs were shunned in the Galactic Federation. Their constant thievery and attempts at manipulation. Telepathic powers reveal rooms and life forms even when sensors are down. Never had a slug before, and I am quite curious. A pike beam or a hull beam? Can cut across entire ships, assuming there's no shield to stop it. Yeah, the pike beam that's 95 is like stupidly powerful, or a hull beam. These are both quite good. I think we'll definitely get a slug. We'll get a slug. 27. What can we sell? Got that for free, but it's basically doing the equivalent of what the missile does when we were able to use it, which is allowing us to save up more missiles. So let's get our hull in better situation, better circumstance. Pity. Drone control, once a free combat drone is available, would be quite a desirable thing. I think getting a bit more hull will be okay. Right, Remo. Who wants to be a slug? So everyone is in the chat. His name I already recognise, and we're cycling back through. You know what? Because I've been wearing this for long enough. I've been wearing this for half an hour. I think I've earned that. But because he did it, he's gone away to lurk. I'm gonna do because he did it and he's gone away to lurk. And he redeemed no swearing, and then I swore twice very quickly. George is going to be the slug. Ha ha. Right. So, wait. There's no point putting him on sensors when he's basically giving us all kinds of sensor benefits for free. So we'll upgrade the doors. Right. I'm needle felting, so I keep stabbing myself. So other than that, I'm good. Your mushroom character was so cool. Oh, and I forgot, I've been so busy talking about your art in Kyria that your cookie efforts were fantastic. But that little mushroom person, Lila, that you're crafting with the needlework, and you put it in Crafter's Alley, absolutely awesome. So very, 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 very cool. Right, and I'm the shield man, and there are snails with lilac shells. That does sound pretty. Back in the engine room. Oh yes, we need to re-save these positions again, don't we? Right, did I do that? Station saved? Yes, yes, yes. He's finished now. I'm now making a cowbot duck. A cowbot duck. Okay. Sorry, 2 seconds. That's fine. Oh, cowboy. I was thinking a cowbot, like an actual robotic cow. That sounds fun. Oh, yes, we can go around the top that way. 1, 2, 3. We might just get away with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. That is going to be tight. I think we'll just get away with it. Barely. Let's find out. Let's find out if the border of the ship will be, the border of the fleet will be overlapping the exit by the time I get there. You see a small station nearby and feel the shudder of shots ringing through the ship. You can't be sure without sensors, but there may be intruders on board. What are they? Random red people? Hell are they? Oh, it's humans. Oh! That's what they look like with slug powers. That's what the slug powers do. We can telekinetically sense them even when the sensors are down. Oh, that's very cool. Right, that's what the slugs do. That is a very helpful ability. Okay, let's get you two patched up. While that's happening, it'll take them a while to get through the... Yeah, less of that. Yeah, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh, that's nice. He's splitting his fire evenly. That's quite clever AI. Good. Back to hospital. Okay, so that slug ability to telekinetically see things even when the sensors are down, that is going to come in very handy. I like that a lot. So cool. So cool. Never seen it before because we've never had a slug before. Right, that'll definitely be a highlight for the VOD. Right, be able to judge a bit better because we can get to the exit even from here. Be able to judge a bit better if the fleet's going to overlap it in time. And we're in another freaking plasma storm. You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm, an automated rebel scout. Let's see what this... Cloaking and a missile launcher, because of course. Alrighty. Alrighty. Medbay offline, and we'll have to nerf our shields. Don't need the Artemis. We want the burst laser and the heavy laser. They can't charge yet. Right. Heavy laser on the cloaking, burst laser on the guns, and then we take out their ooh, and oh good, that hit an empty room. That's something. Don't miss. Good, that's that out of commission. They got another shot or two away. Put that there. That here. Okay, hit an empty room again. Can't complain with that. Oh, damn. Okay, that's the engines half down. I have to admit, with the shields down, the heavy laser does charge pretty quickly. Give it that much. Some extra power would be welcome, but we can't take it. Oh, we were slowly suffocating. We were slowly suffocating. I turned off the oxygen. Good job we won that fight in time. I definitely hadn't forgotten that I had done that. Okay, gonna wait until the oxygen fully replenishes. Jesus Christ. Gonna need to invest in another shield soon. It's 2 shields. 1 shield by the time we're nearly at Sector 3 is cutting it a little bit light. 83, 84. So, how about the music television? Definitely not getting so much scrap at the moment. Oh, we got a hunt. Kay is up for a hunt. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Count me in. Count me in. Okay, and we're back on full. Oh, that's as near as damn it. I'm gonna have to lean into my screen here and see. I think we'll just get away with it. Just. Plus, we can always charge the FTL if not. You spot a rebel ship in the nebula ahead and stay off their radar. Try to engage. They've got a drone. They've got a heavy laser and a burst laser. They don't have any missiles. That's something. Prepare to chase them. Oh, look at this. Even with the sensors down. Okay, these slug seeing powers are very cool. I'm just loving the sort of picturing it in his sort of telekinetic mind's eye. Is really, really, really badass. You follow their vapor trails and surf onto their 6 o'clock. Weapons hot. Don't tell me my weapons are hot. They're not hot. They're still blooming well cooled down, and you know it. What drone? Can't really tell. Burst laser the shields, heavy laser the guns. It's a something drone. It looks like one they're firing at us. Oh, it's a boarding drone. Bastards. I wonder what slugs are like in a fight. Oh, they actually seem to be on par with humans. Oh, plus I want to see if they're going to do a bunch of telekinetic shit. Okay, taking a bit of a beating. Poor old George. Can go step in. Oh, there goes the oxygen. Robots need oxygen. Quick. Yeah, we're gonna need to open up some rooms here, and just let the fight happen in the background. We will not accept surrender. Fuel's getting a bit low. Oh, okay, the fire's spreading now. That's fine. Let's seal that door. And let that depressurize. Just let the weapons do their thing. Okay, good. Oh, we could have done with the fuel, to be honest. Is all the fire gone? Let's find out. Oh, there's still that hole in the hull, isn't there? Yeah, we definitely need to deal with that. We'll open up quite a lot of the ship at this point. Just so we can see... Oh, they are slowly suffocating. Somehow. Alright, that was... Oh, a nice quad. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. 5 of us. 5 of us. Drone looks a little bored. Oh, I get what you did there. I get what you did there, Toots. Okay, everyone's patched back up. Return to your stations. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Judged it beautifully. Next jump, they'll be there. Okay, let's see what we've got here. And it's the final thing, so then jumping off further, we'll wait until the next sector to see what's what. Okay, we'll just let things charge up then. X to close all the doors. I was sure you were going to be in enemy territory. I have to admit, I use my visual acuity there to judge the distance pretty well. Squeezed it by a gnat's nutsack. Absolutely, couldn't have put it better myself, or more eloquently. Right then, this would be Sector 3, an annoying nebula that we didn't get to get the benefits of a nebula, and thus really take advantage of our advanced FTL navigation. Civilian sector, I think, please and thank you. Do you want another nebula? Huh, no. Welcome to a new sector. Alright. Well, we'll take advantage of this, so we can happily... Oh, crikey. We either have to go around the top or really take the scenic route round. Or could go down this way, which might be a little bit safer with the fleet. Yeah, I like the idea of taking some of these routes first. So we can... Yeah, here, and then into the nebula. Yeah, we'll go along the top and lead it to the exit and then go back on ourselves, because then if we get into a bit of trouble or things start catching up on us, we can jump back to this point quite quickly. Let's take advantage of this FTL navigation while we got it. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh, that fuel situation is looking a bit spooky. I should have taken that deal where they offered us another 3 rather than destroying them and getting stuff I didn't need. An impervious rebel ship. Okay, they've got 2 burst lasers, a small burst laser and a better one. Okay, that's fine. We'll turn our dodge on a little bit, but they've got no shielding. So we are going to wreck your guns in 1 round. There will be random fires. there goes one. In fact, we'll burst laser the other thing. Quickly retarget. Just to make sure. The heavy laser against unshielded stuff is quite nice because it charges so quickly. Right, they can't jump away anymore. Easy. Flawless victory. Our FTL drive isn't even charged yet. Oh, if we can get away before a single solar flare, please, please, please. Oh, dude. I was like, will we jump, win a fight, and get out before a single solar flare? And it was to the second. Fiddlesticks. Love ships with no shields. They're the best, aren't they? I mean, it's present there can be, but Virgin Media having issues causing my connection to drop constantly. Well, thank you for trying, Lila. I will treat it as semi-lurking or lurking not by choice. So I won't put you out to do promo bits or any of the other more duties for the time being. Virgin Media and actually Vodafone as well have been properly cocking up a lot recently. I hope it doesn't last for too long. Right, we need fuel, folks. Ah, hello. 2 NG on a rock crew. Right. Oh, 2 shields, and they got an ion doodad as well. And a multi-laser. They're going to aim that ion thing at our shields. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools, and they've used them to shut down your engines. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Heavy laser offline for the time being. Artemis for the shields. Burst lasers as well. If that one, I think that one's going to, yeah, that's the same as ours. It's going to shoot 3 shots, which our shield's not going to be up to stopping. Don't miss. Oh, great. Everything missed. Helpful. So helpful. And there go our shields. Right. I think Artemis the guns to make sure it hits. We'll put the whole lot on the guns. That's gonna sting. Yeah, okay, we're taking a bit of punishment here. Yep, they're doing exactly what I would do, which is just aim for the shields. That's a really great time for... Okay, that ion beam is... Ouch. Go repair this. They're stinging us a bit. They are stinging us a bit. Hit that. Hit that. Just swap what the guns are shooting at over. Okay, I think... Oh no, he's constantly repairing those, so... Right, that's that largely dealt with. Missiles are there to be shot. Let's try and minimize the incoming damage. Yeah, that was a smarter way to play it, to be honest. Oh, thank RNG. Some fuel. Not a second too soon as well. Vodafone still do exist. Don't get me started on Vodasuck. Yes, indeed. Vodasuck. Expertly put. Let's get patched up. Okay, everyone back in the green. Good. That encounter stung a little bit. Distress beacon. Okay, before we jump, I think it is time for a couple of shields. And we'll keep the rest on hand. There we go. Sector 3, I think we just got to maintain our survivability a little bit and just keep something in the bank. We'll go to here first, then down and round and see what we can do. Like I say, to take advantage of that FTL navigation. Oh. I was like, keep a little bit in the bank. This always happens. I swear it just messes with me. I spend a reasonable chunk of change on something we do quite need. And then 2 crew species, 4 cheap that we didn't already have. Including one of them that came with a gunner level already. That is bloody annoying. Okay, down to the distress beacon. Well, that'll teach me, won't it? Fortunately, Vodafone do still exist. You arrive at the stress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. Must have been illegally mining the belt without. Destroy and loot the ship. I was half tempted to actually try and dislodge by shooting the rocks, but with pirates, half the time they turn back round and go, haha, I shouldn't have trusted us, or they run away. So, and we need fuel, so sorry boys. Oh, we didn't get any fuel. Huh. You know what? If I just remember that that one was actually selling stuff, we can jump back later. It's that one, isn't it? Was had the selling point. Okay. Into the nebula. And then we can get straight to there. Yeah, I think we can get away with a little backwards jump. And by the way, Cray, have you seen about Olympic esports? Gonna see if a mong like me can get into the finals of Tic Tac Bow. I haven't seen anything about Olympic esports. Is this like trying to get esports into the Olympics, or try to make an esport equivalent of the Olympics? The last thing I watched of esports was a video by Devon Nash just the other day while I was on my Krayven YouTube channel rather than my personal one, and about how esports is dying compared to what it was like a few years ago, coincidentally enough. Good evening, Citizen Drazar. Doing well, thank you. Doing well, thank you. Just having a nice, easygoing, bit more FTL after Sunday's ESO stream as a palate cleanser, because last Friday got to the final boss with the best run yet, and then had a very, very slow, drawn-out death in Phase 2. I do hope you're well. How's yourself, Drazar? What's been up? How the English? How have you been? How was your Easter? Scan show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you, stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on... Yeah, they're having an esport event and they're using crappy mobile games. And, well, each to their own. Curious thing about those crappy mobile games, they tend to be played at like 10 times the number of players in the world than like even the most popular actual esport games have. Attack the pirate. You asked for it. Oh, did we now? Human, and another human. They pull away from the planet and move to engage. Do they? Teleporters, couple of multi-lasers, single shield. We'll nail their teleporter first and then burst laser the shields and then go in with the heavy laser after the fact. Oh, you want to fight in the hospital of all places? Go for it, idiot. What, where we can constantly replenish ourselves? Actually, why am I even fighting? My slug can do it. Because he's just standing there basically immortal. Okay, that worked quite well. Oh, you can't teleport home now, can you, dickhead? Have fun with that. Heavy laser on, and let's deal with the guns. Oh, they got a shot away. Jackasses. Hey, beam me up. I'm dying. Beam me up, please. Oh. Oh, that teaches me to be cocky. I was like, that's him screwed. Ha ha ha. That's just bullcrap. Right, well, we're just gonna screw with your hospital then, just cause. Let them go. Alright, we give up. We're terrible at this pirating thing anyway. I have to admit, I like the honesty, but we need fuel, not missiles. Tic Tac Bow was like a week old at the time it was announced it would be part of the event. Really? Okay, that's a bit odd. Hey, we're doing an esport thing at a game that's only 1 week old. Good, thanks for it. Most of Easter out on the motorbike. The weather was pretty decent. Yes, it really was. It was beautiful actually in a lot of places. Although this week, God, I don't know where it is in your part of the world, but April showers hit with a vengeance. Yesterday, I think a lot of the country was blasted by it yesterday. I got caught in it while I was walking to the gym. That was fun. I even managed to get caught in the 2 o'clock rain this time around. Yeah.
How about new?
And dead. Oh. Contact the settlement? Yes. Ah, finally, another scrap of fuel. We appreciate what you've done, but there'll be another ship looking to profit isolation soon enough. Sorry, we can't give you more. It's a good amount of cashish, though. Nice. Oh, perfect. It's just in time to go to the store. Fuel! Precious fuel! There is only one other ship at the beacon. It's showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveller. We were crippled by a band of pirates and now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Yep. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Best ion weapon in the game. The one that the NG layout starts with. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Don't care. I would have happily got some of these. Oh, automated reloader as well would have been quite nice. Don't care. Just the best iron weapon in the game. Please and thank you. Nice. Nice. Me and the kids got caught in hail yesterday. I think, yeah, it didn't quite manage to stay tough enough to be hail over here in Oxfordshire, but it was definitely cold rain. It was trying to be hail, was what I got caught in yesterday as well. Probably a similar time. They heard you and thought you were the invader. Ion blast my ass and call me Susan Boyle. I saw a random story about her today, that even despite all of her success, she still lives in a council flat because she's so down to earth, which is fair enough. Fun fact, I was in a school chorus that practiced that song, the Celebrate one. It's a good tune. Some sort of railgun. The pike beam is a kind of, the ion blast too is just awesome. The problem is, though, we will need to significantly upgrade the guns to use it, because it does take 3 power. The Artemis is arguably actually one of the better rockets because it takes so little power, I should say. The burst laser is pretty good. The heavy laser one is fine. Again, it charges quickly. It's only costs 1 power. We do need to patch up our hull a little bit, and eventually they'll sell some drone control that comes with a combat drone, and then things will really pick up. Right, we're good on parts and missiles. We've got all the fuel we can get. Next thing is actually saving up for some significant gun upgrades and power upgrades. So gun is going to be 35 and 50, so 85, and another 50, so that's 135 scrap to do that, and then start looking towards getting cloaking, because I'm realizing that's actually really helpful. Oh, Thomas the Tank Engine, rail gun, sorry, I did not put 2 and 2 together there. Very clever. Handles Messiahs, yes, okay, gotcha. And yes, Interior, very good. Thomas the Tank Rail Gun, get it? Excellent. Okay, let's slow the fleet down a little bit. If we bounce through the nebula, it'll take them 4 jumps rather than 2. And then from here we can jump to there, down to here, and to the exit to see if we can get enough scrap to hire an additional crew member on the cheap, and slow down the purchase of the guns, but it's worth it for an extra crew member for much less money. Been wanting to use that rim shot for ages, just been having to rely on rim jobs for the time being. The advanced rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station, however without functioning sensors impossible to tell what's inside. We have a functioning slug, so balls to sensors. Attack the automated ship to get to the station. That thing usually has okay, that could be worse. They've got a same burst laser 2 and a beam weapon. That's less trouble considering we have 2 shields unless 2 of those hit. And the bomb teleporter, they're not the worst thing ever to have to face. So, alright, we just, without shields, you don't need them to use missiles, so we just got to wait until cloaking wears off. And then heavy laser the cloaking, because it's so quick. Burst laser the guns. Right. And that's all she wrote. Nice and quick. Okay, so pew pew pew. 3. Oh, nice. They actually fired. Oh, there go our shields. Run me! Okay, there goes that. Did the heavy laser miss? Looks like it might have done. Okay, that sounds like a fire started. Wicked fire started. Yeah, it did. Crud. Let's get those down and then our shields back up. You salvage what you can from the broken ship. Nice. Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. That's very welcome. Thank you. Only costs 2 power rather than 3 and shoots down missiles whilst disregarding energy things. Excellent. Functioning schematics. Taking an awfully long time to get that fire out, but we got there in the end before 3 of our crew literally burnt to death. Twisted fire started. Day. Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's not a thing anymore. Oh, we don't have the sound effects that can be triggered to are well remembered, but the sound effects that can be triggered now are just done through stream rewards, channel points rewards. And I've got most of them on a soundboard here, just because the amount that there were, and certain folks who like had poor comedy timing and little impulse control were just triggering too many too often, that it was getting a bit overwhelming. So I decided to go a different route this time around. I'm in. Right, good stuff. Yeah, there it is. Slowed it right down. It might end up overlapping that point though. We'll have to be careful. Plated Dust Viper's going to get so beaten. Ooh, another Rebel Scout. This auto. Again, our fuel situation is not ideal. And this one's got a shield. And 2 combat drones. Not a problem on their own with 2 shields, but with an ion blaster that will almost certainly target our own shields, they are. So, if we focus on the drones with both sets of weapons, the ion thing on its own does not actually bother us at all. Your poor comedic timing and poor spelling. Did I miss something? No, you got it right with Hunt. Let me just see if there's any... Oh. Right, that's dealt with them. Good. Next. Burst laser and heavy laser the shields. Doesn't matter about the guns on their own. Those drones will start coming back online. Oh, it's a fairly weak... It's a fairly weak ion thing. I think it's an Ion Blast 1. Oh no, it's an Ion Blast 2. It's got the no, crikey, we're missing a lot. It's going to repair those drones soon at this rate. Oh God almighty. Toots, mate, you're missing every shot. What's going on? Just turn that off. Heaven's sake. Right, target that. Right, finally, now we can do this. Let's try and sync these up a little better, shall we? That's better. Right, we can turn auto fire back on. Just take that out. One of those drones is about to come back online. There we go. Right. Just replying to your note about sound effect. Oh, sorry, the delay. Oh, fuel. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, she's in. Only just back from the gym. It's already 10 o'clock. In Italy. Doodly doo. Okay, 75. I'll hang fire for the time being. Oof. Is that within a nebula? Oh, I thought that was within a nebula. That's frustrating. They'll overlap that one. Okay. I think we'll skip this nebula bit. I want to see if we can hire some cheaper crew now. Will it give me the option this time? Oh, that sucks. I came here specifically thinking that that you could still do the encounter that happens there, because they didn't say, oh, it's a thing passing. I suppose it's the way it was written. It didn't say, oh, it's a thing passing through. They're like, oh, there's a place here and there's some local mercenaries. So did the base just magically disappear in the meantime? Okay then. All right, so 1, 2. Arse gravy. That's frustrating. That's a waste of a jump. Oh well. You live and learn. Your arrival is greeted by numerous computer alerts. The nearby automated rebel scout has used a local satellite to deploy a virus to disrupt your shields. Oh dear. Hopefully it won't cause further problems before we can destroy it. So that's nerfed one of our shields. Alright. Thankfully we've still got one, and they have an ion blaster and a missile launcher, a completely pointless combination. They don't have any shields, so we don't really need to worry about that. So we'll just go for burst laser on the guns because it's fast. No, sorry, heavy laser on the guns because it's fast. Burst laser on... Heavy laser on the cloaking, burst laser on the guns. There we are. Got there in the end. Oh, that was a fortunate miss. An even more fortunate hit. Okay, right. The rest of this is gravy. Engines, and let's keep the guns focused. Okay, or, you know, miss. That happens too. Thank goodness it's got a good rate of fire. It has been paying for itself quite nicely, to be honest. The heavy laser, but we've been coming up against a number of comparatively weak enemies. I don't think we've even had a single one with 2 shields yet. Now I've said that, that'll be exactly what happens. Okay, further weapon upgrades and corresponding power to be able to do it. So we can at least combine, well, we combine the ion blast with the heavy laser or the Artemis. With the heavy lasers potentially interesting. If we combine ion blast with the 2 with a burst laser too, happy days. How is it a heavy laser? How is a laser heavy when it's borderline weightless? Well, that is the ultimate question, isn't it? One of those mysteries of the universe. 1, 2. Oh, we can just get away with it. We can just get away with an additional jump. I did count correctly after all. And with 46, we might be able to get somebody on the cheap. A space station with a travelling merchant. A Mantis, or I'd like another crew member. What augments have they got? Halberd beam. Slow but reliably powerful standard beam weapon. I'd rather get the one that's 95, and hull laser 1 is a bit meh. Could do with fuel. What could we sell? You know what? We're not doing a lot with this advanced FTL navigation at all. I'm finding it is a bit of a waste, so we'll get rid of it. And we'll have Zoltan allies the NG, their innate energy can power ship systems. Provides power to an occupied system, always helpful. They're rubbish at repairing things, but very good against invaders and move quickly, and is a bit cheaper, and is a backup pilot. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll take you, Felicity. And just to play it safe, oh perfect, we can buy out the remainder of their fuel. And will be our crew. Right, we've got all our primary systems crewed. Starting to get some diversity. Answer is 41, not 42. Nonsense. Nonsense. Always 42. Okay, crew, who can we call Felicity? Drazan, have you had a crew? I don't recall seeing your name amongst the roster of anything particularly recently. Or do you? Just about everyone. Actually, oh, Lila, have you had just about everyone who's been popping by recently, including rare, more infrequent appearances, have been getting them. Ah, right. Well, I'm going for it. Drazar 46. Mainly because your name is after one of the best Dark Elf characters in Dark Eldar characters in Warhammer 40,000, I should say. Oh no, I miscalculated. We're going to be in the... Oh, cock. Bucksticks. Right, this is going to sting.
What will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
And Kate, you're right. It probably. Good evening, Collier. Good evening. Oh, sorry, it just got redeemed. Oh.
What will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
Well, to be fair, it did merit to. Good evening, Collier. Pleasure to see you again. Welcome. Actually, that does need a cooldown on it, though. Lila, if you're there, could you just remind me to put a cooldown on that particular redemption? But it did merit to, because I thought I'd gotten it right, and I'm sure Kay was watching me miscount in real time. He's like, he's gonna end up in the fleet, and I did. Yes, thank you. It was totally my but we've got enough for the Ion Blast 2 plus at least one of our low power weapons, and we can also heavy laser Artemis and burst laser, so it's not all doom and gloom. Bugger it. But this is going to be unnecessary damage and trouble until such time as we can get away. Plus, if we defeat this, I now know that if you win in an area that the rebels control, the only reward you get is the fuel it costs you to make the jump. You literally get one fuel and that's it. So we've just got to power the drive. So methinks aim for their shields, burst laser those, and try and heavy laser the guns. It's not all doom and gloom, but it is not all doom and gloom, but it is gloom and doom. Yes, indeed. Okay, that is that down. Just let that thing charge first. There goes one shield. You go help repair that. They haven't got a teleporter, so patching stuff up faster would be more useful. Right, burst laser there. Right at the same time. We'll throw an Artemis on the guns. and then auto fire back on. Okay, where did that land? It looks like it might have missed wherever it's gone. Now that that's half down, you know what, keep focusing on that, and then heavy laser the guns as well. Tell a lie, no it didn't. Gun will have to go out to patch that up because we need to constantly charge the drive. There go our sensors. Go help. Okay, just put everything on there. Right, they're back up. You go fix yourself. You go into here. You go help repair this. Fucking get out of here. Out of here right now. NG Homeworlds. Ho, ho, ho. That's half our hull. That is half our hull. Christ on a bike. That was a costly error. That was a costly error. Yeah. I did. Like
That's
a
not what's
bitch.
happening.
It is.
When danger reared its ugly head, he bravely turned his tail and
Shut
his
up.
brave Sir Krayven turned about.
It's strategic.
He chickened out, bravely taking
It's for the best.
a very brave retreat.
That's not fair.
Brave Sir
Context.
It's all about context. Oh, there's another hole. Fiddlesticks. You know what? Let's let some air in there so they don't suffocate too terribly, shall we? Come on, balance. Right, that's that patched up. Right, is that everything actually patched up? Oh, except for half the bloody crew. Oh, we hadn't actually permanently assigned Draz to... no, you're the sensor bug. You're the security... You're the sensor slug and the security bug. And I need a thingy for my boo-boo. I hope you had a decent Easter, Collier. And life has been treating you well, assuming you mark Easter in some capacity. Toot's already almost a gold level gunner, that's cool. See you dying back in the engine room. And you back on the guns. We've got to save these stations. What is it to... forward slash or backslash? Forward slash, that's it. Right, station saved. Huh. We need some hull. Oh, of course, there's a store there, and now we don't have advanced navigation to get there on the quick. Alright. We'll have to loop round this way and get to it, because we need to build up some funds first. Australian gunner. You arrive near a small fleet of civilian NG ships. A simple decryption and translation of their comm frequency tells you they're having a frantic discussion about something obviously troubling them. I've not encountered this thing before. And we don't have an NG on board, so there was probably going to be some blue text if we did have an NG on board. Being in the NG homeworlds without an NG is a significantly nerfed rewards. Slightly shocked at your question, the leader quickly responds, declined offer with apologetic gratitude, topic of discussion, private matter, no concern of Federation. That, if we're really missing an NG crew member right now. If we can get one shortly, that'd be good. And our fuel situation is staying lean the entire time. NG pirates, really? You arrive at a beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. This distress beacon was a trap. That sucks. Well, that's a heavy laser 2. That fires 2 of them. And that is a burst laser 2. Right. Methinks... Artemis the guns to stop some of the incoming firepower and just ion blast the shields through this one. because the ion blast is so quick, provided it hits each time. Oh, that was some lucky dodging. Oh, okay, if we're constantly missing like that, not so much. What the? Have they got like incredible dodge or something? What is going on? Okay, I'm not wasting all these. Never mind that. Crikey. That sucks. That was just miss after miss after miss after miss, and that's we've got a max level gunner. Toots is a gold level gunner. What is their nimbleness about? Okay, we're gonna need the Artemis as well for that. That was a waste of fucking missiles. Okay. But this is ridiculous. We are taking a bit of a pummeling. And there goes our oxygen. Alright, freaking awesome. We kind of need to win this one. Okay, what the actual shit? What does it take to hit? Hey, Tiny Shark, hello. We were doing okay. Currently I'm doing terribly against this ship. Like so much so that I don't want to have to jump away, but we're doing rubbish. We're doing rubbish. Thank you so much for finding the time to come by. I need to pop into yours more often as well. Lila, are you there, my dear? If so, could we get an exclamation mark SO for Tiny Shark Plays? Oh, brilliant. A shout out for Tiny Shark would be very, very, very welcome. Now, folks, a number of you won't necessarily know this name, but rest assured that Tiny Shark is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. In fact, in between me absolutely sucking balls at killing this thing, let me come out and do the main camera. One of the people without which I might not have been back at the point I did come back, which took a lot of time after she and I initially met. So, streamer who's on a couple of times a week, and is doing fantastically well since she began. I believe, Tiny, you were you got started in this during the pandemic, so you got underway when I started my grand hiatus of 2 years, 6 months, and 16 days. But I met Tiny at TwitchCon Amsterdam, the EU one. Once which I opted to go to see if it could rekindle some extra desire to come back, because it was taking me longer than I thought and intended. And I met her through a mutual group of a stream team that Redweird is in. And as we were all out on Saturday night, I think, and just going around parts of Amsterdam and having drinks. So we got chatting. I'd met the group by then, and she had just some nice insights. Just an all-round good egg. I can thoroughly recommend her as a person and a streamer. Also, really just doing... Tiny, I hope you don't mind. Do you also work a regular job alongside this? Are you a dual wielder like me, or is this a thing that you focus on? Because she also does a YouTube. She's way better at getting on with her YouTube and doing reacts and unique content on it than I am. I don't know this game, but I am sure you got this. It's FTL, Fast and Light, a very difficult roguelike. We've gotten to the final boss twice, and on the second phase of him, he's killed me. It's all the way back to the beginning. You work full time, right? You and I need to talk more, and you need to tell me your secret, because I've been contemplating going down to 2 a week, like you do. But I do not know how you find the time to make unique content and edit things and get stuff done in the same way. But yeah, folks, 1001%. Tiny Shark Plays is very, very lovely. Does a variety of whole things, and is at the moment getting back into Zakira. I caught your tweet the other day. Thank you so much for finding the time. But yeah, I can't recommend her highly enough. Okay, I can have my karaoke rum-fueled state. No, really, really did. I'd been My pleasure. Shout outs are one of my specialties. That was a more sort of low key, sort of just measured, wholesome, thought out one. The rest of this lot will know that I go off like a coked up Duracell bunny with energy when some big old raid comes in or something happens. But no, I wanted to give you a proper thoughtful one. Right. The oxygen's down, there's a fire on board, and this otherwise fairly basic ship, I just seem to be getting everything wrong. I'm thinking perhaps let's focus to stopping some of the incoming firepower. We'll focus on here. As the Ion Blast was really not doing a great lot against this. Before we all bloody suffocate, let's get that out. They have just got the most ludicrous levels of... It's the amount that we're missing, and it doesn't make sense. It genuinely does not make sense. They've got like dodge and dexterity of obscene levels. To be honest, I'm gonna take it. I'll take the surrender. As between getting caught by the fleet and being taken down to 50%, I think this stings a lot more as well because we were on full. And then I made that miscalculation, got caught by the fleet before we could jump away, which took away half our health. This would be a lot less troublesome if we were still in the green here, but it's a lot more of a problem as we're about to hit red. So yeah, okay. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, you know what, Kay? Thank you very much for asking first, as I know you've actually beaten this a couple of times now. What was I doing wrong there with this particular weapon setup? Because, quite frankly, with an Ion Blast 2 and what we've got here, that should have melted these idiots. I have a feeling it's I'm over-relying on auto-fire. I really needed to time. I actually needed to sync up my weapon shots there. But the big one for me was the amount of misses. They seem to have a level of dexterity that you normally only see when a ship's got cloaking. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Right, we need to go to another point. The engines decide a dodge percentage. Oh, of course. Of course. We couldn't see the power level of their engines, but if they had really maxed out engines, they would have been insanely nimble. It's a really good point. I keep forgetting stuff like that, little details like that. Great point. Yeah. I think that's the first time where I've just seen that much dodge happening. Right, with the store over there, maybe we can go due south a little bit and see what we can see this way. We need an NG crew member and some more fuel again. We need an NG crew member so we can get some NG options. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request from a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we? Oh, RNG quest. Yeah, sure. Your ship seems reasonably equipped. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. Oh no! The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste, and I fear for the cargo's safety. I'm looking for a less incompetent captain. It's damning with faint praise, to be sure. To investigate. Sure, at least you're confident, for what little that's worth. Thanks. Here is their last known location. Well,
I came here to drink milk and kick ass. And I've just finished my milk.
we'll take the quest, please and thank you. Been doodling, commission's done now. We'll fiddle with music, so we'll be lurking heavy and Kyrie. I'm sure every last one of those things you've drawn is amazing, like they always are. Enjoy your music fiddling. Or the pilot, actually, that can be more effective. I will bear both in mind. I keep forgetting them. Frantically scribbling down notes. I like that strawberry amount. Stores everywhere. That was one down here that is now dangerous. And a quest over there. Talk about random RNG just giving us stores up the wazoo. Well, we'll go to this one. At least we know we're in... What, fuel for drone parts? Well, we need the fuel, we don't need the drone parts, so no. Well, that's an absolute waste. We really need more cash. One jump... Ooh. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we can go down here. All right, we'll just get away with it. We'll just get away with it before the fleet catches up. Oh, cock nuggets, we're in an asteroid field. Oh, it's another one of these. A pirate ship was laying in wait inside the asteroid field. It immediately moves to attack. Well, with an asteroid field, both of our shields will take a pummeling. They've got a heavy laser and a missile launcher. I wish I had a drone system and I could deploy that defense drone right now. Also running dangerously low on missiles themselves. This might be a case of charge the engines and flee like a bitch. Need to do something about the firepower first. Really. Actually, we'll burst laser the shields. Just let the others charge. Okay. At least our shield is constantly leveling. Oh, I just realised those two actually need to get into the hospital quickly. They're not even on full health. Okay, now that we've done that, okay, that's right. With the missile down, that's the most dangerous weapon done. We are now officially in the red. We are now officially in the red, and not in the good sense. Let's try and, with our few remaining missiles, reduce their capacity to avoid things. That is not a good time to miss. Right, missiles are suddenly becoming a desperate commodity. We'll put the last one on the engines. Gonna follow your advice, Kay. As it is very good advice. Oh, 1 fuel. We've got enough for 1 more jump. Yeah, nah. Oh! Oh, God. Let's get that fire out. Oh, we could really have done with that fuel. Okay, we'll deoxygenate this particular room. Those fires survive a remarkably long time without oxygen. We got more scrap. Oh, yeah. I am thinking store next. Store next, as we are out of fuel. Oh, good lord. That was clutch. That was clutch. Well, firstly, we'll buy out the fuel. Next, we might have to sell some things. Another... Ah, there it is. There's the one I wanted.
What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Never, never, never. Ghost missile. Yeah, that was a bit of a ghost missile, wasn't it? That's what I was after, the glaive beam. I know it costs a stupid amount of power, but... it can punch through shields as well. I want it so much. Alright, we need to sell some stuff. I don't dare risk losing any of these, although, because we're only just getting by with them. We really need drone control or cloaking soon, but it comes with a free defense drone. We want one that comes with a free combat drone, because those things are just fantastic. Got that classic problem when we're drowning in drone parts. Oh, I don't know. Well, obviously we've got to patch up the hull as much as we can. Right, well there goes all our money. Then we've still only got 3 fuel. And we really need to upgrade the guns a little bit more. Right, round here, distress quest. Hopefully between that, if things go our way, touch wood, we can start using the ion blast together with the burst laser, which might be a little more effective. The glaive beam is good for circumcision. Yeah, that's like using a sledgehammer to take out an ant or a fly. Right, hold really, really still. At least it would cauterize the injury afterwards, so that's something. Right, let's go due south. Please fuel, please fuel. As soon as you jump into the system, you receive a hail from a nearby civilian NG vessel. A captain appears on your screen. Strange bug, can you assist in debugging? We don't have NG crew member. Oh, hang on. Found malfunctioning Mantis. They mean bug in the literal sense. That you can believes it's human. Will receive input only from human. Danger evaluation extremely high. Provide assistance. Now the last time we did this with a human, we got the guy, but I've never had a Mantis crew member to do this. So we've seen this fluff text, but I'm obviously blue text options give us better results because they are condition dependent. I'm curious to see what happens if you send a Mantis crew over to speak to this creature that believes it's human. Send your Mantis crew member to communicate. Oh, the Mantis is terrified at the sight of your crew member. He immediately attacks the NG rescuers and your crew member is forced to kill him.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
Right, don't send the Mantis over. That's if you get a naff little reward rather than getting a whole free crew member. We would have got an additional Mantis crew member out of that, and then we'd have had enough for a badass boarding party with 2 Mantises in it. Well, now we learnt the NG are grateful for your help and offer a small reward, none of which was the fuel we needed. But now we know. Now we know. Thank you for the fluid redemption, Yazo. Yeah, a crew member was more valuable than that. I wouldn't have minded so much if the RNG had given us some fuel, but the RNG's like, I see you're running low on fuel. Haha, fuck you. Because of course it is, because this is FTL. What appeared to be a damaged... again. This is the 2 NG vessels mating. But without an NG, the option to attempt to help the ships by prying them apart is actually not what's desired. So we're going to have to just ignore those because that will actually backfire on us terribly. 1, 2, 3. No, we're gonna have to go straight to the quest and then out of here. And we're out of fuel. Please give us fuel as a reward. You arrive at the last known location of the merchant's delivery. You begin to scan for a lost ship, especially one away from a sector jump. You find a severely damaged ship floating among some debris. The crew hails you. I can't believe that cheap bastard sent someone after us. I thought we would freeze to death. If you help us complete the delivery, we'll share the reward and join your crew. Alright. Probably only get 1 crew member from it. Promise to deliver the cargo and ask if any would be interested in joining your crew. Malot! Oh, we've got a Zoltan. Cool. They upload the delivery destination once on board. Oh, God. I was hoping we were going to get some stuff with it. 1 take shopping offer, the rest you drop off at a nearby station. Awesome. Well, great. We've got you. What are you good at? Nothing. Where would a Zoltan be best placed? Right, my namesake is already... because they provide additional power to systems. +1 system level. You're already way too good of a gunner. You're already too good of an engineer to replace. I like the slug in the sensor thing. FTL stands for fuck the luck. Oh, that's great. And true. Not for the first time. Oh my word, look how close the fleet is. We are one jump away from the exit with no fuel. Oh, this run is not going well. When we got that ion burst 2, I was like, okay, things will pick up now. We've got to risk it. A few civilian ships are within range, yet none respond to your calls. Oh, cry. Folks, it's looking like it's going to be the end. Distress beacon on, and the fleet is literally about to hit us. We have no choice. We have no choice. The rebel fleet has caught up to you. You detect significant fuel reserves in one of their closer fighters move into attack. Maybe you can still pull this off. Valid. Valid. Very valid. Very valid. And we've got all of 4 rockets. And they have 3 shields. I am open to suggestions on how not to totally cock this up. Right, that's cool. I am considering you know this game rather better than I do, okay? And you've beaten it several times. That fills me with confidence. Should have upgraded the guns more. An ion blast plus a burst laser would be a-okay. Right, what are they shooting us with first and foremost? It looks just like they've got a beam weapon and a regular laser. That's not the worst stuff to be targeted with. The fact they've got a teleporter is, to be honest, that's fine. We've got more crew than they do. We can beat them in a straight fight. Take weapons out first is your best. Thank you, mate. Yes, I think in order to bust past the shields, we've got to go that way. That's fine. Right, Mantis. Oh, yeah, nah. Okay, and then the heavy laser. Okay, there goes one. Let's try and nerf their dodge and piloting and whatnot. Toots needs to leg it, as does our... Oh, they teleported away in time. We've actually got to win this. Let's hit their engines. Okay, now we're hitting stuff. Now we are hitting stuff. Got a couple of shots left. Rocket shots, that is. Let's not miss. Good. Okay, right. We should start hitting stuff more. Which would be very welcome indeed. Last rocket on their guns, because that 5-shot laser is doing an awful lot of damage all on its own. Okay, that's decent. Final missile. You back in security. You Toots back on the guns with those gold skills we know and love. Go help repair that. Dog's body. Oh, who's teleported back in this time? You Zoltan carry on repairing. Oh! into here. Okay, we are all out of missiles. We are all out of missiles. Thinking... Oh, even better. Okay, just so they can't dodge anything. We might just pull this off somehow. Holy crap. Two of you into hospital. I can finish him off.
Finish him!
Nice. You managed to retrieve a few precious fuel capsules. You hurry to jump away from the cruiser fire. Yeah, right after I kill that dude. Oh, yeah, but to where? Oh god, we've got to do it again. We've got to do it again. Return to your stations, folks. I don't know how we're going to do that with no missiles. You know what? You know what? We may as well go to here. We may as well, because we can do it in one jump anyway, we may as well go here and see if we can get some additional rockets. One. But yeah, we can do this. Because we've got enough fuel to get to the next sector. Oh, for God's sake, really? I tried to do something slightly intelligent. We just got like the most useless station. Hey, missiles for fuel. The game is literally taking the piss. I have no idea how we're gonna win. I think trying to make use of the ion blast might be... Alright, there's the exit. With one fuel left in the tank. Okay, this one's only got 2 shields. That's something. Oh. It's got a beam weapon, some heavy shooter, and that is one of the either the 4 damage or 2 lots of 2 missile damage per shot. Oh, two B weapons. They've got all 4 guns active. Awesome. Okay. What can we aim at? Bearing in mind their shields are going to stop a lot of it. With only 2 shields, we might just get through this. With 2 things that fire quickly, which is the ion blaster. Haven't got enough for that. Okay. Okay, that's that actually injured. While their shields are down, let's try disabling some weaponry and making them dodge less stuff. You go help. And you go help. Well, there goes one gun. I didn't turn that off, what the hell? Just keep disabling those. We're so dead. We're so dead. We're so dead. We need the shields back up. Zoltan. Go patch up. That slug moves surprisingly quickly. Will this charge? I am just, at this point, I'm just like... We can afford 1 gun. And those Oh, those things hit for 4. Those things hit for 4. I was like, we might actually jump away. We might actually get away with this.
Finish him.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the stats. Well, Dead in the Water lived up to its name. Dead in the Water very much lived up to its name. Top scores, Rampant Rabbit. I'm surprised it even made it onto the board. Most crew hired. Yeah, the thing is, we've done 7. Maybe it's most crew hired as opposed to most crew had, because we've had 7 crew before. We've definitely had 7 crew before. It was the same run that was the first time we got to Sector 7. I died doing what I loved most, missing shots like an absolute scrubbler. To be fair, that was a lot with my poor decisions to not aim for piloting and engines. As the other one, the ship previously, where we had to get the extra fuel, they had 3 shields, but following Kay's sound advice, hitting both of those, suddenly all our other shots started hitting a lot more. So I know that any run where you learn something that will fundamentally improve your chances on all subsequent runs is not bad. Well, Dead in the Water, yeah, we got onto the Kestral board, sure. I didn't think it would get onto the overall top scores. Okay. Well, we got halfway down. Not quite getting through Sector 4 on a normal difficulty run, not on advanced mode. It's not the finest we've had. But the main thing is, was it entertaining? Was it fun? And yes, as always with you fine folks, it was. And we did have some firsts, mainly getting a Slug. The Slug crew member is pretty cool. Seeing those red people, seeing the people come up in red makes life a lot easier. So, yeah. Alright. I think finishing a run, just as we hit the 3-hour mark, is not a bad time to draw things to a close. I've got a few other things to do this evening before I go to bed. So, we'll come out of here. I'll just quit out of here. Okay. And we'll restart a little bit of that. Alrighty. Well. Certainly not one's finest showing in FTL, or as you put it earlier, Toots, fuck the luck. Definitely was fuck the luck. I got Ion Eyes when we saw that Ion Blast 2 weapon available, but man, the 3 power that it requires, yeah, a lot of money had to be getting spent on repairs and not upgrading the ship. So there we were, shit out of luck. Well, one thing I did manage to get round to doing is this month's headlines are in there. I know with all of this going on around, it all blurs away, but new satirical headlines are in place, so that is something. We'll just go through the credits quickly, and then if people are on to raid and feel like doing so, we will go ahead and do that. Please stick around for that if you can, even if it's only for a few minutes, but if you do need to dash away, I understand, and we should be back tomorrow, all being well, for the usual Wednesday night show before my day in the office. So thank you very much to Darkins for 75 biddies, another 75 biddies, and gifting citizenship to Inkyria for his 12th month, and very deserved as well. Another 75 biddies to your good self, Toot Saka for 75 biddies, and George probably for 75. And all of you, from the chattiest chatter to the lurkiest lurker, for being here. Lila, are you still around and stitching and crafting, or is your internet or yourself given up and fallen asleep? It's a-okay if so, otherwise yeah, let me know. We'll do some of the usual promo malarkey. Right, I need to bring up a channel to actually see what's on and who is about. Oh, you know what? We're going to raid Raptor Rage because he's raided us a bunch of times and I haven't had an opportunity to return the favor yet. So I'll put that in now. Please, pretty please jump in if you can. Here are your commands. So if you have the emotes, it's the ones with the legits, and if not, there's the red ones. Spam those, and we will go in. Thank you so much for being here. As always, if you're not already, jump in the Discord, take up your full residency. If you'd like to catch more of me and know when I'm live, hit that follow button and turn on the notifications. And socials and YouTube, I'll be trying to get another video VOD published tonight, and you can catch me on all the socials, which are always spinning down here as well. It's at Krayven Official on everything. Anything for content is just Krayven, so YouTube and Twitch. Anything for social media is at Krayven Official, but there's all the links. Feel free to jump on in. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully catch all of you tomorrow, but until I see any of you again, as always, keep it legit. Good night.